Make it do what it do. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. That's always my opening statement. You know how my day going when I'm saying that. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are already rejoicing and we are glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are coming on live, please do your boy a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Tag lolly dolly everybody and let them know. Ramonepreston, my squad, and the Ramonepreston Show. We are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And I am super excited. Today is Friday, October the 7th, 2022. We're live. This ain't no replay. This is your boy live right here on Friday, October the 7th, 2022 on the Ramonepreston Show. And I want you to please hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, and put in the comments. Put in the comments what city you're watching your boy from. What city are you representing? Put the city in the comments that you're watching me from today. I want to say congratulations to all of you that have already responded to the offer that we announced and introduced yesterday. I'll share a little bit of that with you today on the show and give you an opportunity to get in on this amazing offer, just to help you understand what today's conversation is going to be about. I want you to please be sure to hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, put in the comments what city you're watching me from, and give yourself a few minutes to take in the information that I'm about to share with you today, okay? So very quickly, for those of you that are interested in being a part of our business boot camp that we're hosting in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from this week, we're going to be hosting our last public event for 2022. It's going to be a business boot camp for holding companies and creative tax strategies. These are the two topics and the two concepts that I'll be doing a deep dive on 2 weeks from now. Holding companies and creative tax strategies. If you're interested in being a part of that event, and if you're interested in learning more about holding companies and creative tax strategies, I want to extend this offer to you today that we introduced yesterday. We actually just sent it out to the people who were already signed up and registered to join us for the event. And then we decided to extend it to everyone that was on our mailing list and in our business community. So I want to make sure I give you an opportunity to get in on it, because what I'm doing is I'm taking 2 of our signature courses that we have in our Millionaire Blueprint. Those 2 courses are Holding Company course and Creative Tax Strategy course. These 2 courses alone will save you tens of thousands of dollars and will probably, within the next couple months, if you use them the right way, make you tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm not capping, and I'm not lying, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. So what we're doing is we're taking these 2 courses that typically sell for $497 a piece. That's $994 that we typically sell these 2 courses for. What we're doing to help prepare you for our event 2 weeks from now is we are offering these 2 courses for $197. So for $197, you get access to my Holding Company course, which has a do-it-yourself startup kit inside of it. So not only do you learn everything you need to know about holding companies, all the ins and outs, how to manage them, how to build them, how to develop them, how to file and form your paperwork, but you also get a do-it-yourself startup kit. And that startup kit, I have walkthrough tutorials to show you how to get your EIN number, your articles of organization. We have operating agreements already in there. So all you have to do is just type in the information, fill it in, and download it and print it. So it's an amazing holding company course. And I'm giving you access to my creative tax strategy course. This course is very important, especially if you pay too much in taxes, especially if you don't really know how to create a solid accounting system for your business, this course is going to help you. So 2 courses for $197, and I'm giving you access to it now because I want you to join me in 2 weeks for our live public event where I'll be talking about these 2 things, and then you can be prepared. You can already have gone through the lessons. You can have questions that can get answered, and you can really be ahead and prepared for 2023. I'm also adding to this offer 1 live Zoom coaching session. So we're going to have a group coaching session. Everyone who takes me up on this $197 offer, I'm going to host a private Zoom session within the next week leading up to the event, and I'm going to bring you together with everyone who accepts this offer, and I'm going to take about an hour, and we're going to just walk through some of the nuts and bolts and details of your company, your tax strategies, your accounting, certain things that you might be working on that you need answers to. It's like a free coaching session that I'm giving you with this offer. So that's 2 courses plus 1 private live Zoom that I'm going to give you for $197, and you're going to have the free VIP ticket to the business boot camp. And I will prioritize all your questions during the live event as well. So if you want to take me up on that offer, you better take this number down just in case I forget to mention it before today's show ends. If you want to take me up on that offer, just text Millionaire while we're on the show live. We need to get you signed up and onboarded today while my team is here, because we won't be here this weekend, and I don't know if it's going to be available Monday. I might change my mind and just not even offer it after today. So text Millionaire to this number right here so we can go ahead and get you onboarded. If you've already received an email, if you have already heard me talk about it, you need to respond. You need to respond. You need to get in and be a part of this. So that's 2 courses plus 1 live Zoom coaching session and a VIP ticket I'm offering for $197. So that's going to set you up for the next 2 weeks, because if you are an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, if you are actually having issues with your structure now, and if you're having issues managing your financial activities, you're not tracking your income and expenses, you don't know if you're going to have to pay taxes next year or not, none of these things that you're clear on, you want to get this information, you want to take the classes. It's just 2. You take them, you go through them, and then within a week from now, we'll have a live private Zoom call, and then you and I and everyone else who joins this offer, we'll have an opportunity to discuss any questions that you have, and then you'll be better prepared for the live event in 2 weeks. And that's going to set you up for the rest of this year, so you can end this year strong and go into 2023 with a peace of mind when it comes to your business and your finances. So with that being said, it's 12:15 p.m. Today is Friday, October the 7th, 2022. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you don't know, now you know. I'm your host, Ramonepreston, and every Monday through Friday, at least close to 12 o'clock noon, unless I'm late, I show up here on this show live to really give you information, to give you valuable strategies and tips and solutions on how to properly start, properly structure, so that at some point you can scale your business and your income streams. So whether you're a W-2 employee, independent contractor, legitimate business owner, the things that I share on this show are things that I live. These are things that I do every day in my life. These are things that I teach, I preach, I provide as a business consultant and coach to my clients. And I want you to have this access and have this information and use it so that you can be successful in your business and finances as well. And so today I want to talk about 2 of the most powerful wealth building tools. two of the most powerful wealth building tools. And guess what? This is an easy discussion for me, because the two most powerful wealth building tools that I'm talking about today are the two courses that I'm giving you access to, and the two topics that I'm going to be discussing in 2 weeks during our live business boot camp. And these two most powerful wealth building tools are, number one, holding companies. These are the two most powerful wealth building tools. Number one, holding companies. And number two, creative tax strategies. In my estimation, these are two of the most powerful, right here, two of the most powerful wealth building tools. So if you plan on becoming financially free, if you plan on becoming a millionaire, if you plan on becoming wealthy, let me tell you something. These two powerful tools you need to have in your arsenal. These are two of the most powerful wealth building tools, because I have yet to study, to research, or to even meet a extremely wealthy person or a millionaire who does not understand these two concepts: holding companies, which I'll get into some of the details in a minute, and creative tax strategies. Okay? So if you want to be wealthy, if you want to become a millionaire, if you want to be financially free, and you want to be very successful, at some point, you're going to have to learn these two wealth building tools. You're going to have to not only learn them and educate yourself about them, but you're going to have to learn how to actually use them in your day-to-day business and in your day-to-day financial activities. Okay? So just because you get the information, just because you study and you learn and you educate, it don't mean it's going to automatically translate into working for you. What has to happen is you got to learn, you got to educate, you got to train, you got to build the mindset and develop the muscle and the discipline. And then when you start taking action and putting effort behind what you have learned and what you're educated on, you start seeing it show up in your business. So for me, as a business and financial consultant and coach, for me as an individual who operates as an entrepreneur full-time, I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. That's all I do every day. And I've been that way for the last 19 plus years, almost 20 years. All I've done full-time was entrepreneurship. All I've done was business. All I've done was get up every day and grind and figure out how to be a better version of myself and figure out how to have a successful business. And so I'm giving you not just 19 years of information, I'm giving you 19 years of experience. And so I've seen it all in my last 19 years as a full-time entrepreneur. I know what it is just to be a hustler and a grinder. Get up every day, you go out there and scrap, you're trying to make a little money, you're just trying to make 50 here, $100 there, 200 here, 300 there. You're just trying to pay the car note, just trying to pay the rent. You're just trying to have some money to pay the utilities or just to take the kids somewhere for the weekend. I've been in that stage. And I know what it is to go from that stage to, oh, okay, now I have a legitimate business set up and I'm trying to run my activity through my business. I'm trying to do it the right way. I'm trying to be, like a legitimate business owner, and it's hard because I'm a solo business owner. I don't have a staff. I don't have a team. I can't afford a staff and a team. I'm trying to get a loan. I'm trying to get lines of credit. I'm trying to finesse credit card companies to get business credit cards. I've done all that. I've been through all those stages. But I also know what it is to put a business system together the right way, to structure it in a way that it makes sense for me as a creative entrepreneur, and then to figure out how to get up every day and manage this business and run the day-to-day operations of this business until it starts generating enough revenue to take care of itself, to take care of me, and to give me this wiggle room to start hiring staff, building and expanding out into other endeavors and see it succeed. So I'm at that stage, and I still rinse and repeat this process every day. But I'm telling you, it wasn't until I figured out these two powerful wealth building tools. It wasn't until I started using these two powerful wealth building tools. It wasn't until then that I started really seeing the difference between just hustling, scrapping, trying to sell and make money. I didn't see a difference then. But once I put this system together, once I put a holding company together, once I started understanding the concept of a holding company, once I started understanding how to use a holding company to build out my organization and to, leverage my business activities and to layer my business activities through divisions and subsidiaries. Once I started figuring out how to take the revenue that my business was generating and move that revenue into different activities that could potentially minimize my taxes and maximize my profits and give me that wiggle room to start playing a different game. Once I learned the fundamentals of accounting to run my business, and I learned how to track my income and expenses, like everything that I'm telling you is a part of these two wealth building tools. And I keep trying to tell entrepreneurs and business owners all the time who are struggling in their businesses, because most of the time they're struggling with their structure. They're confused about how they got their business set up. And if it ain't that, they're struggling with their finances because they're paying too much taxes. They don't have a grip on their accounting. They don't know how much money coming in, how much money going out. It all relates to these two powerful wealth building tools. Now, I would love to have an opportunity to work with you on any level, whether it's me just giving you access to my educational courses on these two subjects, or whether it's me actually coaching you or consulting you and really helping walk you through the phase of making sense of this. I would love to work with you. But guess what? If you're not willing to better yourself with these two areas, most likely you're probably struggling in these two areas as an entrepreneur. And we need to change that narrative. And guess what? I'm going to be honest with you. You should not wait until 2023 to figure these things out, especially your tax issue. You shouldn't wait to figure it out. I have sat and talked to so many small business owners, so many independent contractors, so many solopreneurs who have told me horrific stories of how they have made financial mistakes with money that they have made as entrepreneurs, and their mistakes resulted in them paying more taxes than they were prepared to pay, or being penalized because they didn't know, they didn't do it the right way, all these things. And a lot of them blame the CPA. A lot of them blame the accountant. A lot of them blame the cousin or the friend or the buddy who do taxes for them every year. And they are not the blame. The person to blame is the person who's running the business. You cannot blame other people for the mistakes that you make as a business owner. And if you have made structural mistakes in your business, if you have made system and process mistakes in your business, if you have made financial or tax mistakes in your business, or if you are making those mistakes, you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, I got to do something different, because I can't expect a professional CPA, accountant, business consultant, or someone else to fix my problem when my problem is year round, not just once or twice or quarterly in a year. Your problem as an entrepreneur exists every day. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but the people who don't want to hear this are the people who losing and ain't making no money. and who ain't really doing nothing in their business. They just around here as entrepreneurs. And those are the people who gonna really get hit hard within the next 18 to 24 months, because the entrepreneurs ain't gonna make it through no volatility. People who want to be entrepreneurs, want to be business owners, want to talk about what they getting ready to build and what they getting ready to do, them the ones who gonna lose in the next 18 to 24 months, because they the ones who don't want to put themselves in a position to learn what needs to be learned so that they can do better as entrepreneurs. So here are my two most powerful wealth building tools. Number one, holding companies. Number two, creative tax strategies. So let's talk about both of them for a little bit. Why do I feel like these are two of the most powerful wealth building tools? Well, because number one, if you have an idea to run multiple businesses, you need a holding company. Does that make sense? If you have an idea to run multiple businesses, then you need a holding company, because the goal is not for you to own multiple businesses yourself as an individual. The goal is for you to own one business that owns multiple businesses, so that all of those business activities can flow up to the one main business activity. Think about Amazon. Do you know how many businesses Amazon owns? Do you know how many divisions Amazon has? Do you know how many subsidiaries Amazon has? They have many of them. And most of the major corporations that are wealthy, that are financially free, and that have a lot of money, most of these companies are holding companies, or they have been set up using that type of concept so that they can own multiple businesses and acquire multiple businesses and keep all of their assets and their business activities under one umbrella. That's the goal. This is why a holding company is one of the two most powerful wealth building tools, because your goal should be to have the one company, and then you should have, I don't care however many companies you want to have under there. This is the way it should be. It should be that way, so that you're not trying to be the owner of all these independent companies. You want to be the owner of the one company, and you want the one company to own multiple companies. Now, if you are just at the beginning stages of starting a business, and let's say you have like an apparel business, or let's say you have like a construction business, whatever the business is, if you have a business idea that you want to start, and you have a product and service, or product or service, excuse me, that you want to sell, you may think it's not beneficial for you to have a holding company and then a company that you're going to sell your products and services for, but it is beneficial, because it is a wealth building tool, because you're at least starting it out in a way that it's going to benefit you down the line, even if you don't really see the benefit now. Because right now, if right now you know you have an idea to start a business, and your business is going to sell products and services, well, okay, you might not necessarily really be doing anything with your holding company other than owning the company that's out there selling products and services. But at least you can get in the habit and the practice of managing the holding company and using the holding company to manage the operating company. And then you can start the process of separating certain assets that you may have, because your operating company, whatever the company is doing, whatever products and services it's selling, it may have some value. It may have some intellectual property. It may do certain things that you can take the idea of the things, and you can make that holding company the owner of those things, so that the holding company can own certain assets, whether it's copyrights or trademarks, or whether it's IP, intellectual property, or whether it's certain equipment, and you can just let the operating company use it so that you can start learning how this works and familiarizing yourself with how to manage two entities, one of which you own and one that your main entity owns. So this is like one of the biggest advantages because it is a wealth building tool. It is definitely a wealth building tool. Now, when you attach creative tax strategies to your holding company, you give yourself more flexibility and wiggle room to start expanding and really building your business out. So for example, if I got company number 1 here and I got company number 2 here, and this company owns that company. Let's say if you have that type of setup right now, right? And this company starts making money. Well, if you are familiar with the basics of business accounting and you understand that there are creative tax strategies, meaning that there are creative ways that you have to learn to lower your tax bill. That's what a creative tax strategy is. A strategy, some type of strategy that you're using as a business deduction, as a write-off, so that you can lower your tax bill. Because if this business is making money, even if this business is not owned by a holding company, well, if you're making a whole lot of money and you pay your expenses for that business, and then all the net profits that are left, whether they're being passed up to the holding company or whether you're the owner and they're being passed up to you, guess what? You're going to pay taxes on that money. So the goal sometimes is to be able to track your income, your expenses, and to track what free cash flow you have left and what your net profits are, so that you can start forecasting and projecting into the future to see what your potential tax liability would be, so that it can help you determine where does this money need to go into some other investment or some other business activity, so that you are able to lower the overall tax bill and expand your business, if that makes sense. Like, these are very sophisticated strategies to some people, but they are simple everyday strategies to other people. And I'm telling you, the people who are winning in today's world, I'm talking about the entrepreneurs, the business owners, because there's a lot of people out there who are rich who don't use these type of strategies. I know some people, like my wife and I, we've been in the real estate game here in Atlanta for 20 years, right? And we have met some people. We've met a couple celebrities that we were, at least trying to do business with and sharing with them certain things that we're talking to you about today. And we have shared these things with them. And at the time, I know personally a few celebrities that we've talked to that did not know anything about what I'm telling you about. And they were making money. And they were paying a lot of taxes. And they didn't know how to not pay a lot of taxes, because they didn't have the right business systems set up. They didn't know anything about accounting for their business and creative strategies that they could use within their business with the free money that they had. If they knew the things that I'm talking to you about, they would have lowered their tax bill, they would have increased their profits, and they would have used free money that they had, and they could have put that money into investments and business activities that would have been considered deductible write-offs, and would have really given them that leverage to really start building their business out. And I know one in particular, I'm not calling no names, but I know one person in particular who they ain't got the money today that they had 16, 17 years ago when we first met them. There was a celebrity, my wife and I, we met about 16, 17 years ago, and they ain't got the money they had back then. And we were trying to tell them what to do. Like literally, we met with them and showed them, here's what you need to do. It was actually a real estate play that we were showing them. But guess what? The people they had around them was like, no, don't do that. Okay, well, don't do it. But if they would have done the things we were telling them to do 17 years ago, they're not where they are. Where they are today is not where they were 17 years ago. They ain't got the money they had then. I don't know what they doing in their careers as a celebrity, but I know one thing: they're not where they are. They're not where they were 17 years ago. And so if you want to prevent that, if you want to mitigate that, then you got to do something different. So I would love to know, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're a solopreneur, if you're a small business owner, I would love to know, like, how savvy do you think you need to be in order to implement these types of strategies? I'm gonna tell you how savvy you need to be. I'm asking you, but I'm gonna just tell you, this is how savvy you need to be. You need to be savvy enough to learn, to educate yourself, and to put yourself in a position to implement these things in your business. So if you already own a business, but your business is not an LLC, but you've been thinking about starting a holding company, I want to show you how you can do it in a very simple way. So if you already have a LLC over here that you own, and now you're like, man, I want my LLC to be owned not by me. I don't want it to be owned by me, but I want my LLC to be owned by a holding company. I want to transfer the ownership over. I'll show you how to do that. And in this course that I was talking about earlier, I show you how to do that. We have the paperwork, the documents in there that make this transfer of ownership easy. So if you have a current LLC that you want to transfer over and start a new holding company, I can show you what this transaction needs to look like, what this transfer needs to look like, and how to do it in an easy way. And so I could either show you through videos, I could show you through coaching, or we have a department that actually provides corporate services that can do it for you. It's all up to you. But at some point, you want to put yourself in a position as an entrepreneur and a small business owner where you do have a holding company, and your holding company owns your operating companies. And then the next thing you want to do with that, as you integrate systems and processes to your business, you want to get better. You want to become a beast at business accounting. So that means you're going to have a QuickBooks account, because the game, when you start making money in business, the game is really an accounting game. Anybody that's making money in business will tell you that. And the people who telling you something different, they probably ain't making money in business. So I'm telling you, once you start making money in business, the next problem you're going to have is a tax problem. And the only way you're going to mitigate and fix that tax problem is by being able to become more savvy, by becoming more savvy with how you run your financial activities in your business and through your business. So having this holding company structured and set up the right way, and having companies under it, it makes the process easy when you do start making money. Because once you start making money, now you're trying to figure out, man, where can I put this money? How can I move this money around? How can I invest or reallocate this money in a way that I'm not just paying taxes for nothing because I'm being lazy? And the good thing is, everybody that you talk to that understands what I'm saying, they know this is the way to go. So I'm gonna stop running my mouth. I wanna get you onboarded. If you're not a part of my coaching program, if you're not a student on my Millionaire Blueprint program, you at least need to get access to these two courses, okay? And so the course is going to be the holding company course. I'm gonna give you access to this course, okay? And then I'm gonna give you access to my creative tax strategy course. So I'm gonna give you access to these two courses, both of these courses. They're normally $9.94 for both of them. I'm gonna give you access to them for $197. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you these two courses today for $197. So that means you'll get immediate access. We'll onboard you immediately to our holding company course. So you're gonna learn how to start them, how to structure them, how to manage them, how to build them, I'm going to show you how to file and form paperwork. Even if you don't do it, even if you hire somebody else to do it, you still want to know what's actually being done. We have an entire startup kit in this course with walkthrough video tutorials. I literally walk you through each step of the process, filing and forming your EIN number, your articles, your operating agreement, how to word your paperwork, what language you need to use when you're filing it, because sometimes when you're filing paperwork for a holding company with the Secretary of State and even with your EIN number, when you're filling out your SS4 form, they don't always have categories, especially Secretary of State portals. They don't always have categories for holding companies. So you at least need to know what that language is and what language you put in your holding company. And then I'm gonna give you access to the Creative Tax Strategy course so you can start familiarizing yourself with the basics of business accounting and how you need to start working on this today before the year ends. Because if you're already in business and you're making money, you probably don't even know where your tax bill is and where it's going to be, and you want to fix this now. And so I show you in this course what process and steps you need to go through to know where you are with your potential tax liability. And then when you go to a CPA or you talk to an accountant, it's going to make it easier for them and you because you at least understand what's happening. You got a grip on it. So I'm going to give you access to this today for $197. And as I told you, I'm going to host a private live group coaching Zoom. So it's going to be one coaching Zoom that I'm going to host within the next week, and we'll send you the link to it when we schedule it. And during that live private coaching Zoom, I'll answer any questions that you have. You might be working on your holding company. You might have some questions, just need some direction. Maybe you're working on QuickBooks and getting your finances together and putting some strategies together for your business deductions and write-offs. I'll answer any questions that you have. I'll give you as much insight and wisdom as I possibly can to help you with this. And I'm going to make sure that you get RSVP'd for our upcoming business boot camp. So you should be really prepared for the upcoming year just with these two courses alone. These two courses alone and the information that I share on these two topics, it's saved clients. I know it's saved some of my clients tens of thousands of dollars easily. There's no way you're going to go through both of these courses and don't come up with creative ways to save thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands, and probably make tens of thousands. So if you want access to this for $197, all you have to do is just reach out to me right now. Call or text Millionaire to this number right now. We're here. It's Friday afternoon. We're live. I'm getting ready to end this live because I have a very busy weekend coming up and I need to get as much work done as I possibly can on this Friday. So please give me what your biggest takeaway was from today's show. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was. Put it in the comments. Let me know. I would love to hear from you. And if you have any questions that you just need me to answer, feel free to reach out to me from this number and I'll answer whatever questions I can for you. Just reach out to us. We're here. We want to help you. And we want to see you take your business and your finances to the next level. So many people, I've been telling my team this, so many people who have businesses right now, so many people who are not on top of their financials, they don't really have a grip on what their potential tax liability is going to be. So many people are going to regret not making a decision this year when they get into next year. I'm telling you, I see it every year. Every year I see this happen. Every year around February, March, somewhere around February and March, when people, business owners, decide to go get their taxes done or they reach out to a CPA or accountant, every year around February, I get so many people tell me, whether they business owners and work a job or they just 100% business owner, I get so many people that tell me, man, I wish I would have talked with you last year. Or I get people to tell me, yeah, I went and talked to my CPA, and the same thing you told me last year, they telling me this year. Everything you said, Mr. Preston, everything you said, Ramon, is the same thing they saying to me. I'm like, oh, you just thought I was an internet guru. You just thought I was just some internet sensation trying to sell you an online course, when the truth is, I am trying to sell you an online course, but I'm also selling you on your success. Because this is what I do, not just as an online course creator. This is what I do as a business consultant and coach. I know my stuff, and I have a lot of professional experts who are part of my team, who I work with on a day-to-day basis, from CPAs to tax strategists to attorneys, to bankers, to lenders, to real estate agents. I got some real professionals around me. I'm not around here bootlegging it. I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm where I am, and I want to help you get to that next level. I want to help you grow your business so that you can be financially free and see success in what you work so hard to do. And guess what? It starts with you just reaching out to me and giving me and my team an opportunity to help you and to give you access to this information that can put your business together the right way and your finances together the right way. So text or call the number you see behind me, and we're here ready to speak with you. So I love all of you. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining the show today. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube page and follow me on all the other platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can find me everywhere at Ramonepreston. Again, please put a takeaway in the comments, subscribe, and let me know if there's anything we could do for you. Have an amazing weekend. We'll be back here Monday, same place, same time, on the Ramonepreston Show.